Greetings everyone, beloved human family. I am Gilles Mancillon. I wanted to send greetings and blessings today. I wanted to also do a little card reading to address the condition for this full moon in Virgo. It's going to be a very mystic moon. A lot will be brought to the picture. A lot will be coming forth to the consciousness. For it is a lot needs to be released. For life needs to be a celebration each and every day. We need to move into joy. There is no more excuse to bring back burden from the past now. It is all about joy, about opening ourselves to new possibilities of experience, bring light into other people's life, to be very and the more you are able to bring the light in the consciousness of others, the faster our own light grows, as all things are connected. I wanted to say that whatever we think about the moon, we're probably wrong, because the moon is not about thinking. First, on the physical level, the moon is not what we think, but on the astrological level, moon is about emotion, and emotion cannot be reasoned. They have to be felt. And the deeper we move into the feeling of emotion, the ability to feel our emotion, this is what the ascension potential is the ability to feel the emotion in depth. The more deep the emotion, the more powerful, the more real things get. Of course, emotion can be joy, but it can also be sorrow. We have to experience both sides of the coin so that we choose joy. And in many sense, when we feel sorrow, or we feel angry, or we feel fearful, we feel like we do not have a choice. It is like it is happening, but if we believe in those things too much, and we think about those things too much, then they anchor ourselves into our consciousness. But if we do not overthink it, we allow those feelings of fear, of shadow, of doubts, to move through us rapidly. We move quickly into something really new and liberating. I'm gonna pull 13 cards to look at all aspects of that process, as all the 12 houses in astrology. Also wanted to say that we need to remove all fear from the heart in order to it is kind of obvious, but as we need, if we want to love, we have to move all the stones that we have put there consciously or unconsciously in our heart, we have to remove all the fear so that we are free to love. The heart is created for love, and it is the doorway to the universe of the Creator. It is the doorway to love, and there is nothing better than love. If you've ever been in love, then you know what it is. Although there is always new aspect of love. Love is an infinite potential of reality. There is always higher octaves of love, greater depths of love, always to be discovered. And so the potential, what is potential in Aries is the magic carpet. It's really to move forward with grace and ease, without any obstacles. So it is all pretty much what we see forward as something that is potential. In Taurus is what we own in terms of material and spiritual. And here we have the cosmic carrot. We have understood that if we are able to follow, whether the idea is like a donkey has a carrot, that will help him to move, that motivates him to move. Life works out the same way. Before they bring out the sticks to help us move, they try the carrot. And so the carrot is like something that is a desire that is put before us, that we follow. And even if we do not attain that, we do not attain the result of our we don't achieve the pursuit that we're really looking for, the carrot will move us in the right direction, so that we will be in place when the time comes to get what we want. So it is important to follow that. In terms of in Gemini, as far as thoughts, friends, travel, communication, we are self-created. We have a great heart opening that is it is a liberation of thought of the mental plane. So it is the cosmic flower, the lotus, that is both the cause and the effect. So from a divinity standpoint, time and space do not exist. Cause and effect are one, but through time everything is stretched out. So in this understanding, there is an opening, a flowering within that is happening within our mind. There is new things that are being realized. Then in Cancer, in the home, in the feeling center, in the immediate environment, we have the Eli. The Eli is the darker aspect of thing. For it is Here it looks a little bit scary, but in essence it is teaching you not to be afraid of fear, and that to say that even those things that we perceive as negative are serving us to determine what we do want. So whatever negative energy could be coming to take away your joy or your happiness, then those things that are just here to show you that to become a master, to not allow anyone to remove you, to take away your joy, and so it is important to decondition ourselves and to learn to separate that which is low and that which is high, to understand the difference, to discern between things. And that is on the feeling center. We need to learn to differentiate and discern that. In the heart center, and in Leo, there is a great, wonderful, this card announces this great state of being, which is as above, so below. It means the blessing of heavens are coming down into the earth. So be ready to receive that, and then in Virgo, which is what the full moon will be, it's about health and how we nourish ourselves. We have temptation, which is wonderful. Temptation is an open invitation. It is an open door, an open window. I don't think temptation is not meant to be resisted, although with discernment, because certain things, sometimes we have two doors, and if we move through one door, we will not be able to move through the other door, so we do have to look inside both before we move in to see where things lead. So you gotta look before you leap, in a sense. But once you have looked, and you will not be afraid to experience and move into the experience. Then in Libra we have, which is the relationship, the business, the intimate relationship. We have slay the ego. So that means there's a great deal of endings that are happening. It's the hangman. So it is the end of a cycle. The ego has to be slayed in order for the soul to become the master of your life. We as long as we are dominated by lower forces, we are unable to look into the better things of life. So we want to move, let go of these illusions in order to embrace something higher. And so in Scorpio, what comes from the depths of the subconscious on a transformative level, we have the Joker, which is the freedom of fear. He's come out of the labyrinth, and now he's able to be everywhere. It's like he's got heads everywhere, and so it is about freedom, about allowing yourself to understand that from a divine standpoint, your consciousness can actually travel from place to place. There is no limit to the potential of development. Just we still, and this will be an inner liberation, the feeling of the sense of freedom that comes from not having fear, and this is something that comes from deep inside, so it will be a release. In Sagittarius, which is our lower concern, our philosophies, here we have the mother's milk. The mother's milk it's about the longing. It's about the longing for duality, to return to unity, to reconnect to our other half, our spiritual, our counterparts that will make us whole, and God, the Spirit, is our counterpart. It is the highest form of counterpart, and so this is about going from duality to return into unity, and so it's called Mother's Milk. What comes to us from the universe is a wonderful, wonderful card. It is abundance. So it's a money, but it's not just money. Abundance can come in many ways. It can come in form of opportunities. It can come in form of inspiration. It can come in form of sensing the possibility, understanding the connection, but also all kinds of. So there is all kinds of wonderful blessings that are coming to us from the universe this month. Then in Aquarius, it's about our dreams, our hopes. And here we have earthbound. It is about it's looking at the earth from the earth. So it's an understanding that we are connected to this earth, and this earth is we have this deep bond into the earth, and this bond with the earth connects us all. And so It's the card of freedom, it's a card of liberation, a card of completion. It is a dance with the universe. What we wish is to be liberated from the cycle of duality. And this is what the universe is doing, independently of our own individual choosing. There is a great mercy effort from the universe to liberate humanity from its own self-inflicted isolation, so that we may reconnect and be one again with all our greater family. And so it will be a very, very powerful month in terms of karma. In Pisces, we have a solar return. So solar return is like here, it's represented as an eclipse, but it's about a turning point. It's about something like a shift in life, something that completely makes life from one day to the next, that can really like turning a corner. It's a different street. So this is what is happening this month in terms of karma. It's about the return of the lights, also the coming of spring, and the outcome of all this. The final card, the 13th card, is the waves of bliss. The waves of bliss is moving into the flow, moving into love, into pure joy. And the key to that is not to sink. Whenever you feel this joy, feel this love, as soon as the mind has to analyze it and bring it in, put it into a box, the feeling is gone. So allow yourself more time to feel and less time to sink, so that we can experience those waves of bliss, those waves of higher energies that are going to impact the earth at this coming equinox, and there's going to be a continuous experience that will go all the way till the summer. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much for your time, for your comment, for your sharing, for your likes. I hope you got a chance to subscribe and continue to follow my messages. I also wanted to give you something before I left. It's something that I've been keeping, but I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to give you something. It's what I want to give you is the planet Earth. Yeah, it's a planet. Yeah. Can visualize it's round, and this planet is now it's yours, so you got this big responsibility. You have to take care of it. It doesn't mean you can do anything because it's yours. You have to take care of it like a child, like if you was a child. We have agreed that we allow every other children to play on it, so you got to be kind with all the other children that are playing on your planet, but understand that now you have to, you're caretaker of the earth, and so this planet belongs to you. It is your planet. It was created for you, and our mission, ultimate mission, will be to make it a paradise here on the earth for ourselves and eventually for everybody. So it is a big responsibility. Also, the other gift I wanted to bring is the sun, so that the sun is yours now. I'm giving it to you. It is your sun. It is your light, your higher, your soul light, and know that it was created for you. You created it to remind you of that power of love, of life, of warmth, of giving. And so those elements, will, as you work with them, you can visualize them, you know they're part of you, they are connected to you, you can work with them. And the more we are able to integrate those higher archetypes, those higher energies, the more we are able to work with them. So I hope you do take, you don't have to take it, but if you accept to become a guardian of the earth, then this planet will be under your care, and so that that will increase your sensitivity to all kinds of life form and energies that live on the planet. Once you know that they're all connected to you and they're all depending on you as the caretaker. So the more will come to you as you unify, you integrate, you include all those things that are part of life within your own consciousness, from a knowledge that that love is what you have to bring to the picture, to all those aspects of your creation. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day and a great new moon, full moon. Namaste.